Hey, JB here. Welcome to the community. As always, is so glad you're with me. We're going to go a little retro here. August 17th, 2018 was when I did my first, it was like one of the first videos on this channel. When I held up the reMarkable device, not the reMarkable 2, it was actually the original reMarkable. I held up the Onyx BOOX Max Lumi, okay, which was this similar to this, and I held up a iPad. And I said, what do you really need? Like, why would you buy one of these devices, and what were these devices for? That video ended up getting 215,000 views, put me on the map, and really was a lot of fun reviewing it. And it was just like this. We just held it up and talked about each device, and I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna get the overhead camera going and everything. We're just gonna talk about some of these devices over the years now, since that's been 5 years ago. And now, what I'm personally using is the reMarkable 2 for my planner and note-taking. As you know, you can get the free planner over at my site, MorningCoach.com. That would have never came if it wasn't for that first video. I use this for my primary note-taker. I do have the books 10.3 Go. I do like this device. You've seen my recent videos, some software issues on it, but it's a good device if you're really left brain, engineering type, want a bunch of complexity on it. It does work. The Supernote, I'm gonna do a video on Supernote because it's like this misunderstood company. It's kind of in the middle of the books and the reMarkable, and some people really love this. I love their styluses. Supernote, if you want to send me some new devices or review, that'd be great. I typically buy all my devices, and I will buy their new one that's coming out. But their customer service and their roadmap is better than all these companies. So I don't want to make this about that. I'm going to do another video on my feeling on the Supernote. Interesting device, and there's some really loyal people. I love their styluses. And then, of course, we have Amazon's entry into this with the Kindle Scribe, which was a really interesting entry. We've got a lot of people using this. A lot of people have uploaded our planner. They've had some issues with interactive PDFs, and they've had some issues, with that over the years. But it's a fairly new device, and it'll be interesting to see where Amazon goes. But again, what am I using? I have the Samsung tablet, and I love this device. It's got a huge screen, really great device. But I come back to these three. Okay, so that's what I want to talk about. First of all, the iPad. iPad M4, I did splurge a little bit. I haven't upgraded my iPad since that original video. I had the original iPad back then, or iPad 3 or whatever it was, and it worked great. I use it for everything from book writing with Ulysses on it. My second brain is my notes. I use this device for everything. If I had to buy one device, it'd be the iPad. Yes, it's expensive. Yes, this device with the keyboard, I don't know, $2,000. It is a computer, but as far as my workflow goes, I use this for almost everything. I don't like the writing feel of the pen on the screen. That was what the original video was about. That's why I went to the reMarkable. Also don't like the glare. Now, since then, you can put screen protectors on it that will help with the glare. You can actually buy a new iPad with the, I forget what the name of it is, with the screen that's actually kind of different. But I've heard that's really hard to take care of. I don't use it for any of those things, and that's why I have multiple devices in my life. This is my primary device for almost everything. I have a MacBook that I do my editing and stuff on, but when it comes to in bed, watching TV, carrying things around, this is the device I use. I am gonna start using it more for video production. I'm gonna try to use it. I haven't, but I'm gonna try to use it because when I head off to my place in South America, this is what I wanna take with me, okay? The next thing that we have, like I said, is the reMarkable 2. reMarkable 2 is still my go-to device. This is 3 years old. We're waiting for some news from the reMarkable. Is the reMarkable 3 going to come out? What's it going to be? Or are they going to create another device? They have a new CEO that came from Bose. So it's going to be interesting to see the direction they go, but I still love this device. I took the keyboard off. I do not use the keyboard. I do have the keyboard case. It's just not something I use. Just like the Hemingway writer that I have, I don't use that. I'm writing my books on my iPad now, literally with Ulysses. That's what I'm writing with. But this is for day-to-day notes and planning. I keep our planner, my planner, and the MorningCoach planner in here, which we're gonna be building module for 2015. I do a lot of health stuff. I run 5Ks. I'm getting ready to run for first half marathon. I'm trying to get under about 7:30 as far as time frame. My goal 7:14, but working on a lot of health stuff at 55. And so I want that in my planner. It's not there now. We're gonna be bringing in some modular stuff for individual planners. with that being said, that's really what I use this for. It's like the old Stephen Covey planner, and then I use it for notes. I like the writing feel. I'm using the King Write stylus on it, and it just works. Like, it just works for my use case, okay? A lot of people, I took some heat the other day. I just got an engineer that just wrote a nasty comment saying that, you know, the Books 10 is a far superior device. It's got all the apps and functionality. It's all about use case. The problem I have with the Books device, and this is a great device, is that the copy and paste for interactive PDFs is really rough. Now, Books can fix that, and it'll work. And then this device is gonna be right there, just like I said in the video. But right now, it's collecting dust, and I'm using the reMarkable 2. This video is about what I'm using. Now, you know, people say, oh, you're ripping on Onyx. No, I'm not. I love this Tab Ultra book that I'm using. This is the Onyx Tab X. Sorry, it's their computer. It is expensive. I've had it for a few years. Reminds me of the Onyx Books Lumi. I think they have the Lumi 2 now. But I've been using the Onyx Books Tab the Onyx Books Tab X, for a while now, trying to get all these namings down. And I use it for notes. I really use it for my CoachCast, and I could get rid of the reMarkable 2. I could move this aside. But this is for reading. I use it for like big tech documents, big PDFs, and I love this. I really do. I think it's great form factor. It's got the lights on it, both the blue, I call it like the blue, and then the other, like the orangish kind of light, and it allows me to use it at night. It's just a little big, but if you're somebody who needs a big device, this thing does a lot of stuff and is a great device. It just puts in an income category that's a lot more expensive than the Books Go, right? So you're spending a lot more money. But I love this device. So when people hammer me and say, oh, JB, you don't like Supernote, or you don't like, you know, the Books devices. No, I do. I like the Kindle Scribe. I like all these devices. But the reason I do my videos that are a little different, we have, Kit Master Bets. Kit's videos are great. Obviously, Voya, My Deep Guide. Those guys are awesome. There's a couple new people that are doing really cool videos. Organized for Change he's doing a lot of great Supernote videos, and there's a few other people that I'm watching that are new. I can't remember. There's doing 3 of them with Kit and Voya. And excuse me, I'm sorry if I don't remember your name. I just haven't watched it. But I love their videos. They're very technical, and they really get into depth. That's not what I do this for. I have a community of people around the world that I've worked with for years, and we talk about the things I use. So I don't get into a lot of technical stuff, and I don't need to, because we got Voya, Kit, and a few other people that really dive into these devices. What I talk about is actual use case and what I'm using. So again, I'm using the reMarkable 2 with the King Write stylus. Why? Because I went up on stage, and I took my reMarkable 2 with some notes to speak in Cartagena for 5,000 people. I was up on stage. When I came off, the stylus was gone. So I was looking for a stylus. King Write actually sent me a bunch of these, and I'm very happy with it. It's a cheap stylus that works real good with my reMarkable 2. So I use this day-to-day note taker, so I still use the reMarkable 2. The iPad, again, like I said, it's my go-to. If I had one device, like I had to get rid of everything, and I had one device, it would be the iPad. Why? Because it fits in the ecosystem that I have. I have Samsung phones, I have iPhones, but I go back to my iPhone 15 Pro Max, I use an Apple. I'm not an Apple fanboy. It just works for me and my workflow and things that I'm doing. It's a lot going on. I'm staying busy, but I also want to be a lifestyle guy. I don't want to work a lot. I want to work 2 to 4 hours a week and then do a lot of other things. So I have a lot of systems that allow me to do that. And in case you don't know, I've done almost 5,300 CoachCasts, which are podcasts every day. Almost 20 years I've been in this business. So I love this device, and it works in what I'm doing. My Slack's on there for communication with the team. It just works. So reMarkable 2 for notes. And then when I really want to sit down and enjoy something a little bit bigger, I grab my books and I use this. Just so you know, I use this every single day for my CoachCast notes when I do my recordings. This is where I'm putting my notes. It's just big, it just works, and it works for me. So I wanted to kind of go back. I got my notes here, August 17, 2018, and I also use analog systems. This is a new one that I'm using. UG Monk sent me these. I did a video on it. And I use analog. So I use all types of systems to make myself as efficient as possible. And it was funny, August 17, 2018, we did kind of a similar video, and I just said, hey, this is what I'm using it for. And a lot of people liked the video because I talked about what I use things for, and it just works for what people are trying to do. So just like that video 5 years ago, I'm still using the Onyx devices, the big one for different ideas and tech manuals, anything big that I want to read. Using reMarkable 2 for my notes every day, and using the iPad consistently, every day. And if you want a big device, you could get the Aquila. These guys are out of business, unfortunately. QuirkLogic used to be one of my favorite devices, the paper, for those who've been with me for a long time. QuirkLogic sent this out. This is the biggest ink device. It's still working for me. I do a lot of classes on it and stuff, but unfortunately, they're out of business. So I did leave the reMarkable for a while. I think a lot of people know that. I was using the paper device. Would I go to the Onyx device? If they can get that copy and paste, I would love them. So books, if you're listening, fix that copy and paste. It should work the same way it works in Notes as it does in interactive PDF. And you got a great device here. Price point's great, device works great. A lot of other stuff I wouldn't use. Some people do, as in the comments that they always yell at me. That's great that you would use it. I personally don't. I have my iPad for that stuff. But it does give you those options. And the big argument is, well, you can just shut all that other stuff off. I get it. I just don't need it, right? So, I get that argument. But it is a great device. Kindle Scribe, great device. And the unknown player, I'll leave it with this, is Supernote. There's just something about this company and the loyalty of the people that I really respect. And I really respect Supernote and what they're doing. It's kind of back where QuirkLogic, and they used to communicate really well with me on what they were doing and their where they were going. These guys, you got to give these guys credit. They're doing a great job as far as really listening to the people that are buying their products. And that impresses me. So I do like the Supernote. So if you got any questions, just leave them down below. I'm going to start doing some more videos. Again, I'm going to do one on a Supernote because I do respect the device. I don't think it gets as much, kind of press as it should. And I think that they have some new devices coming out that are going to be really good. reMarkable obviously is the marketing machine, but I do like the product. I like what it does for a simple note taker. iPad, we already discussed that. Books, great devices, just do a lot of things. So if you're somebody that's like, hey, I want to get rid of the iPad, get rid of the reMarkable 2, you could probably do most things here, but I'm going to consume media and watch videos and stuff on my iPad. That's why this doesn't fit in. Okay, but if you're a professor, somebody does a lot of technical documents, the Books Lumi, which was one of the original ones, or these computers that they make, these big are awesome, awesome devices. All right. Hey, thank you so much for being a part of the community. Like if you like this video, it does help. The original one had 2,667 likes. That's just insane. I appreciate you. It blew up the channel, made it work, and it's been a fun journey. So here we are 5 years later, and what are we doing? reMarkable 2, iPad M4, and Books Tab X, or X, whatever it is. We know what it is. All right, thanks for watching. Love to hear from you in the comments down below, and we'll see you in the next video.